Hey guys, I'm Randy Unger. I'm your host for Unger the Radar. Here we are once again. Gonna be reviewing some movies, gonna do an interview, and have a lot of fun. So right now I've got two fellow film critics and Ghostbusters, fellow New York City Ghostbusters, Dan Shaggy GB, hello, and Matt Haberman. Hey guys.
Hello there, good to be back.
Yeah, welcome. It's been a long time for you, Matt.
Been about, 8 weeks?
Uh-huh. Hold on a second. Jim? What? Never mind.
Randy's not good with telling secrets to. I want you to pull the plug.
Pull the plug on the AC? Well, we could wait. Or I could do it now. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. So, how's it going, guys? Good to see you again. Yes, Dan, something on your mind?
Sign language.
I
Learn sign
Yeah,
language.
What does this mean to you?
Pull the plug.
Every show, though, I do it.
Yeah.
And every
No,
show
you
we
know,
go,
not every show.
You even when you point, you pointed.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got two movies to discuss today. One of which is an independent British drama called Pincushion. Matt, what'd you think of Pincushion?
If I'm honestly, a British version of Mean Girls
Mhm.
gone bad.
Yeah,
I was
really
saying
bad.
The same thing the whole time.
Basically, it's about a mother and daughter who relocate to a new town only to be bullied by random people. So, Dan, what'd you think of it?
This is the only time that Randy's allowing me to say the word, the F word. So
Just one, just one.
Just one. I asked for three. He told me no. I told him three. I was gonna give him 3 strike cards. If I went over the 3 strike cards, I was thinking of basically you can shoot me in the foot with a pellet gun.
Mm-hmm.
But he still didn't take that little offer.
Yeah, I don't have a pellet gun yet.
I have many.
Oh, you do? Okay, I'll have to borrow that later.
I would be providing my own torture. So.
Thank you.
But I will definitely say the same thing that Matt said. It's a weird a version of Mean Girls, but British, and I've come to the conclusion that British people are fucked up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
People are messed up, man.
Yeah, they lead them to do pretty crazy things, especially in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Physical mutilation, mental and emotional distress. Yeah,
Fire.
yeah, and the ending, which was, whew, did not see that coming.
Oh no, you did because I warned you.
I thought it was gonna go a slightly different way.
I immediately warned you. I was like, Randy, I'm gonna give you one heads up. This is a heavy movie.
Yeah.
Be very careful going into this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's just a drama. No. And Randy, this is a heavy movie. Don't go into this looking at it like it's a drama.
It's pretty heavy.
It's a heavy movie.
I've seen heavier though. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Not as heavier as some movies that I've seen in the past. One heavy movie I would put out, Schindler's List. Now that's heavy.
Oh yeah, of course.
But it's not as heavy as that.
I saw Schindler's List at actually a special screening at Tribeca Film Festival a few months ago, and Spielberg was there. And yeah, it's a really great movie, but very, very intense. So, you guys, I take it you're not into the heavy dramas too much.
I don't the fact that I had a little bit of a trauma. I was not trauma in that sense, but trauma I think we had a family trauma of that nature that happens. With the ending, which I won't give you guys away, but kind of like the thing where it's you have it's one of those it's a choice that you're making for the fact of making a choice that you didn't take the time to be okay, I'm thinking this out, or I'm doing this. I think I'll give one part away, that the part where she's sitting in the bathtub and she takes the hacksaw to herself.
Oh.
Yep, she's got a hump on her back, so she's trying to get rid of it. So she tries to cut it off with a saw.
That was bad.
I started what is she doing? Oh, she's making tea. No, she's sterilizing a hacksaw. Oh, she's putting it to herself.
Yeah.
I'm turning away.
Yeah, but they
put the phone down. That looked nope.
Yeah, she started hacking away at it, but then she was stopped.
But then it's
yeah. It's the idea of it more than the actual visual, because they didn't show it so much. They just showed drops of blood hitting the water.
They showed it at her back going.
But they,
up and
but she
down.
didn't.
They
She
show
didn't.
the actual thing,
Right. She didn't go
but they
through with
went
it
like this.
completely. Yeah, it's bad.
I'm that's still showing you. I'm doing this.
That was like
This is happening.
like half an hour in. I was like, oh god, I didn't expect that.
Howdy movie.
Yeah. What'd you guys think of the acting, Dan? Matt first.
Terrible.
You didn't like the acting.
No. The thing, the plot was just going out wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And even for some things that I just find it insulting. There is one scene in there, the school scene, learning about the Holocaust. Now, I will be saying this. I am Jewish, and I feel like everyone needs to learn about the Holocaust, even pay attention.
Yeah.
For what that actress said in that, if I was the teacher, I don't care if I would get fired.
You would not get fired.
Wait, remind us what did they say?
They were talking about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
And one of the students insulted the teacher in the Holocaust. I don't care. You don't do that.
Yeah. It's a little off color, but yeah.
Well, yeah, no. To add on to what you said, yeah, you could backhand a child in Britain.
I would have.
You could crack them over the head with a ruler, stapler, anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
If they could bring nail guns, they probably would go.
Or at least I would find a creative way for detention. Write an essay. I don't care. I would drill it in her head.
Push the desk. Like if they're sitting at the desk, push the desk over. But okay, now you're standing the rest of the day.
Yeah. Now it's a heavy movie. It's intense, and you didn't like the acting. I thought that was the best feature of the movie was the performances.
I thought it was believable. The acting was believable, but I definitely see where Matt's coming from. A lot of the times, like with the main actress, the little girl,
Lily Newmark.
Yeah, she looked like she was kind of like, I'm lost. Oh, I'm supposed to act now? Okay, I'm gonna start again. That and the dream sequences.
Yeah, when she's fantasizing about a better life.
God, I couldn't take that crap.
I thought she was good though. I liked her performance.
I also want to point out she was dating someone, and then all of a sudden, like, well, I'm not dating you anymore, but I'm gonna go
with the cool girls.
With the cool girls now,
right.
And the cool girls rejecting me. I'm like, okay, where did that happen?
But then, like, she ran back to the boy, but he's like, yeah, sorry.
Teenage girls kind of like their mood, like they go with the popular crowd, like that's their thing.
Good amount of times.
Yeah.
I remember back when I was a teenage girl, it was just hair and hair
many
and
moons
makeup.
ago.
many moons ago, when I had to just keep going like this and go like, oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh, Scott talked to me yesterday. I don't want to talk to Scott. No.
So you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
well, why would you even think less?
Yes. so guys, final thoughts on.
Derailed you on that one.
Yeah. No, it's good. Final thoughts on Pincushion, Matt?
I have no thoughts.
Avoid at your own.
I would say no.
Yeah.
No.
No, just no.
I would say it's the same thing. If you're gonna watch it, it is a movie that's no, that's not standable. Never mind. It's basically you are going to, if you go into this movie, be warned that you're gonna see a heavy film, and it's going to, like.
But it's not gory though.
No, it's not gory.
It's more like psychological.
It's psychological, mental, and things that, like, honestly, they're decisions that if you have depression, I'm going to say do not watch this movie because it is a depressing film.
I will recommend this movie to one profession, psychologist.
Yes.
Put that in psychology classes at universities.
I even think in psychology you'll learn half the crap that they put in this movie.
So you've got a mother-daughter relationship. You've got teens in high school. That type of dynamic.
Shunning people for being friends with their family members or being like anywhere close to their family members. Shunning people for
self-mutilation. Extreme depression.
Yeah,
there's a lot of psychological.
Very, very lots of underage drinking and things that. Now
that I think of it, like it's a lot of crap in this.
It is
a lot of heavy stuff.
That and rope work.
And Pincushion, because I think the mother was into knitting. I think that's
Was that? I didn't
Was
even
it-
get that.
Or was
I
it was
didn't
just a
even
random
get-
title?
I think it was just a random title because I know she was obsessed with that bird.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The bird.
No
for, like,
spoilers on that.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything about that. But then the fact that I hate the neighbor. That was another person I hated.
Oh, the woman who borrowed the step ladder. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm still using it. It's sitting against the wall, and we can see it.
Yeah.
What was her
How?
purpose in that?
She borrowed a ladder
Yeah.
from the mom and
I think
just
it was-
didn't give it back.
It was supposed to be the indication that she had no spine. She was kind of like she was like a backless bone
It's
person.
funny that you keep mentioning her back because
Yeah.
she has a hump.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well,
But
I'm not mentioning what other things with the ladder, but still.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm curious.
Just remember, you'll remember this. You will remember this.
Do you guys, if you were to name this movie to come up with a title other than Pincushion, what would you name it, Matt? Curious.
If anything, Mean Brits.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty
That-
good.
Yeah, right. That rolls off
Ooh.
the tongue.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Mean Brits. No,
I like it. I like that one.
I like it. Don't knock that, but it does not roll off the tongue. I don't know where you're seeing that. Oh God.
What do you think?
I don't know. It's too hard because it's like I want to say one thing, but it's gonna give away too much thing.
Fine.
The Hangman story.
Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. But first, I just want Jim. Do we have anything we need to unplug in the room?
No.
Anything else?
No, we're good.
We're good right now.
We're good.
All right, just checking.
Oh wait, can you?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, guys. So let's segue into the next movie, the more interesting movie, in my opinion. Well, interesting is probably not the best word to describe it.
Predictable.
Entertaining.
Predictable.
Skyscraper, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Neve Campbell.
Yeah,
You're a fan.
I'm a fan. She was underrated in that. Like,
I know. Where did she come from? It's like she's been out of the business for like 15 years.
Not for those. When I saw that movie, I was like, at the end of the credits, I saw like I didn't realize that was Neve Campbell. I was like, that was Neve Campbell.
Yeah, it's totally random. Like,
yeah.
But Matt, what did you think of it?
Honestly, I think it was a good film.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I felt like it was ripped off from Die Hard.
Right, and I didn't mention the synopsis. Basically,
Oh.
yeah, basically The Rock plays this security guy who's assessing the building's security, and his family is actually living in this skyscraper when a fire breaks out by terrorists who start it, and he has to basically stop the terrorists and save his family. And yes, very much Die Hard.
Yep.
Also, Towering Inferno.
Yeah.
Yep. That and also you were telling me that it was also it was like kind of like a remake of a movie that was kind of, I think it was the same name, but it was a helicopter that fell that crashed into the side of the building, and that was the.
Oh yeah, we reviewed this movie called Inferno Skyscraper Escape,
Yeah.
which is basically the same movie.
Yeah, it was the same freaking plot.
But a
same
lot
everything.
low.
It was
It's like
just-
a low budget version of this, and they came out with it like a week or two earlier to try and capitalize.
beat it out. But,
yeah.
Yeah, the Rock was on WWF. That you can't beat the Rock.
No, you can't.
No, he's a great star. He's a big star.
Mm-hmm.
But Dan, what do you think of Skyscraper?
I liked it and I didn't like it. I think the exact words when I sent you the text of, "Hey, I saw a skyscraper." Meh. It was really like because I was able to predict a lot of things and a lot of because I hate to say it, they hammer in that first part of the like when they're talking like from the beginning to when they're just about to like go and meet with the head CEO guy.
Yeah.
They hammer in every plot point, every twist, every turn, like in 5 seconds, right there, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Especially when they go in the Pearl. That was like
The Pearl is like the penthouse. It's like an orb.
it is like heaven.
Yes, it is.
It is like heaven. That's what the guy says, and I'm
There's
like,
a scene when the floor and the walls and the ceiling go away, and you just see the the city.
You do realize that he built that whole thing from all the money that he stole from the guys in Gotham. But he didn't get caught by the Joker this time.
Oh, he was the Asian actor?
Yeah. It was the same guy.
I didn't know he was in Gotham.
It was the same. No, it wasn't in Gotham. He was in The Dark Knight.
Oh, The Dark Knight.
It's the guy that they put on top of the pile of money, and Joker keeps throwing stuff at him. I stopped myself from saying the S word.
S word is okay. It's the F word that's kind of intense. Whatever.
Oh. We have degrees of subtlety here now.
We do. Many layers here.
Layers of subtlety, so I can see where lines will be drawn.
Yes.
You will let me have one.
Yes.
But you will not let me have another.
No. It's not Howard Stern. Matt, what do you think of The Rock?
Oh, I think The Rock was great in it.
Do you guys like his acting, like as opposed to his wrestling?
He came a long way. Now, I'm a big fan of The Rock. I'm a big wrestling fan. I was a fan of The Rock. I actually saw his last match at WrestleMania 29, him against John Cena. Not the greatest of wrestling matches, but I think he does want to get back into the ring. But I've seen him in his first film, The Mummy Returns, which
Back in 01.
Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't like his role in that.
It was a short role, but it was.
But they made his own movie right after that.
Yep.
The Scorpion King.
It was then a big role with a stupid character.
Yeah.
basically they spun that off. They made him a good guy.
Oh, was he like a hero in the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the dumbest thing in the world. He was a freaking tyrant. They even said it 9 times in the second Mummy movie.
Yeah.
But then nothing compares to Brendan Fraser's phone in on number 3.
Oh, the Emperor's Tomb.
Yeah.
That was so
Oh wait,
bad.
don't go that way. Evie, where are you?
And then they just
Great line.
They changed the actress completely.
Yeah.
To Maria Bello.
Yep.
Who's a good actress too.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to seen Rachel Weisz,
Yeah. It would have. They had a better chemistry.
They should just stopped at The Mummy Returns.
Oh yeah, they just wanted to throw Jet Li in there because he was hot. Fucking
Hot commodity.
hot shit.
Yeah. Well, I really didn't like him in the one. Remember that one?
Yep.
It was terrible.
Yeah. Well, it was a very, very long, I'm going to kick the crap out of you without saying I'm kicking the crap out of you. I'm just going to smack you in the face a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Smack.
He was good in Lethal Weapon 4, I think.
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
But he only said one word, which is in Hong Kong, you would be dead. It's like, you have better English than that, buddy.
Yes. So Dan, what did you think of The Rock's performance?
I thought it was fine. It was better than when he was in Rampage, but...
Rampage.
I did not see that movie.
Oh, I was like, I played the game so much. I was like, I waited until it was on cable, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a look at this. It's like it was probably an hour and a half of pure just why would they do that? Why would they do that? Then I watched Justice League, and I was like, why am I watching this? Why am I watching this?
But with Rampage, was there any connection to the game at all?
No. The only connection was that they named the gorilla George. They named the lizard Lizzie. They named the damn wolf Ralph.
That was the only connections to it because those are the 3 characters: the gorilla, the lizard, and the wolf. That was it.
It looked so bad.
Oh, it was terrible.
I haven't seen any movie that's based on the video game that has good praise. The only thing I think that has good praise was Mortal Kombat.
No.
No. I like that movie.
I kind of like the Street Fighter movie with Van Damme. I thought it was entertaining.
Have you been taking drugs?
No.
Recently?
I have not.
Nothing?
Like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Mario Brothers. They all came out around the same time.
Yeah.
Mario Brothers was so bad.
It could have been so great, I think.
Again, have you been taking drugs lately?
If they had a better director, it would have been a lot better.
No, what if?
Is there any superhero video game movie that you've?
I would say the Resident Evil series. It didn't follow the series. I would wanted to say the Silent Hill series, but then the second one was actually better, but the acting was terrible.
But Mila Jovovich, she was in all of them, right?
She was in all of the Resident Evil
it was
ones.
5 or 6.
The first one was the best. The second one followed the video game, kind of, where they brought in Jill Valentine, all these little characters. But then, like after the first one, they were just like, let's see who we can bring in from the video game and make it more relatable, which was kind of a bad thing because it was like, dude, no. That's not how you relate to the video game. You have to actually go, here's source, here's this, move to the next.
Okay.
They didn't do that. They were just like, let's just barrel through this and just give her superpowers. It's like,
okay. Yeah, that's not great.
But the Silent Hill, the second movie was better because it actually followed what the legend, like the lore of Silent Hill was that like town goes like basically burned this kid alive, and a curse was put on the town. They're now stuck forever in this hellhole, and everybody that gets stuck in it, he gets either like eventually gets out, but it's like they're changed either forever or something in some way.
Okay.
So
Matt, you're a gamer too, right? Or moderate?
Moderate.
Yeah. What are some of your all-time favorite games?
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, nice.
Always.
Wait, which one?
I'm a big fan of the Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yes.
And Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
I like San Andreas.
Vice City,
too.
I think was one of my favorites.
Yeah. You like Vice City?
Vice City I like better because it was just like you walk down the street and you just were like, that is just pastel.
I don't know. The driving was a little. It kind of swerved a little bit. I liked 3 and San Andreas personally.
Yeah, San Andreas was really good, but it was just a ridiculous sized map. So you were like, if you had like something going down in one of your little gang neighborhoods all the way at the bottom, you had to be, and you're at the top. You're flying from A to B, going, Jesus.
Well, you need the jet. You need that fighter jet.
Yeah.
And you'll get around quick.
Not everybody could find a jet, buddy. Most of the time I had a motorcycle and I get hit by a car at least 4 times.
I loved running away from the cops.
Oh, God.
Those chases.
Oh, the chases were the best. Just trying to get away.
Rockstar games was always, I liked them. Also, another one which I like, which I wish they did a sequel of, was Bully. That was a
Bully.
They did actually do a Bully sequel. It just nobody knows about it.
Wait, what was the premise of Bully? I never played it.
The Bully was like a kid was dropped off to, everything was known as the worst boarding school in the country.
Basically, it was an orphanage, but he was just like trying to. He was orphanage into a a
boarding school.
Boarding school, so it was like ABC, and just it was a fun game.
Okay.
But they did make another one, but it was like a quick one where it was like it went out, people played it, and if you have it and you can find it, good for you. But after that, they don't. They want no knowledge of it.
What about like Super Mario Brothers?
Oh,
That's a classic.
yeah,
I have the new Nintendo Switch, so I have the
Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey, which is pretty good.
Oh, cool. That's where it's like in like Manhattan, right?
Somewhat.
Or it's just a city.
Wait. Oh yeah. No, well, no. Actually, it's over like a course of a whole world. You basically go from the Mushroom Kingdom. Well, actually, no. You don't go to the Mushroom Kingdom. You start off in one world. You find your way going around the whole world up into the moon, and then you get to the back side, the dark side of the moon. Then you have to go to the darker side of the moon, which was like, why would they do that? But it's like a bonus level that basically you get more lives. And
so is it based in reality, or is it still kind of like a fantasy?
It's still fun and fantasy, but it's more or less like they're trying to bring back the old idea of like the old game where it was like
they had like some parts of like the old game where you go and like the 8-bit characters, like they had like those little mini 8-bit
Also,
games.
Paulina, she actually is would be considered to be, I guess, the daughter or the actual princess from the original Donkey Kong, because where Jumpman's the one that goes and saves her. So
cool. Have you guys been to Barcade?
Oh yes,
that's like my second home in a way. It's so good. Basically, it's a bar. There's 2 locations. One's in the city. The other's in Brooklyn.
Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
Right. So there's just 2, right?
Yeah.
No. There's 3.
There's in St. Mark's.
St. Mark's and like 23rd, 28th Street.
It's 28th Street. The city one is 28th. Yeah. St. Mark's is the one. Well, the one in St. Mark's is there, and the Brooklyn one. I'm still trying to figure that one out because it's supposed to have a little bit more of a wider selection. Also, it's supposed to be a lot bigger.
Which one?
The one in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
That also, I think it's like two blocks away from where the axe throwing place is too.
Oh. So basically, Barcade, if you guys haven't been there, it's a bar where they have old school video games, arcade games. and you just
The old cabinets.
Yeah, you trade in your dollars for quarters. You put them in the machines. It's really a lot of fun. Everything from like the 70s and 80s and some 90s. Yeah.
But the token, that quarters. I tried to use it on the Mass Trends. The guy was like, "Nope." Damn.
So guys, we are all Ghostbusters, New York City branch. Let's talk a little bit about that. What got us into ghostbusting? Matt, I'm curious.
I was always a fan of the 1984 film, and I loved the cartoon, The Real Ghostbusters.
Nice. Saturday mornings.
Yeah. And I've always been collecting like anything Ghostbusters memorabilia, and I was just always had that passion. And then I watched Ghost Heads, and that's how I found out about the New York City Ghostbusters.
And Dan, I think you're in that a little bit, right?
Yep, I'm screaming at people as most times.
Ghost Heads, it's a documentary about fans of all things Ghostbusters. Yep.
And they try to focus on four different people. One, I focus on Tom Gebhardt, Abigail Gardner, the Arizona Ghostbusters, Orin from another person in I think the Arizona Ghostbusters, which I actually was talking to his dad, and those two guys are just great. They're amazing people. Yeah. But
there's hundreds of us all across the world. It's a huge thing.
That's stating low, man.
Thousands.
Okay. And basically, guys, we go to events. We've marched in parades. We go to schools and libraries, Comic-Cons.
California.
Yeah. We went to the premiere of the new movie 2 years ago.
Yep.
And we're all set and hopefully looking forward to what's coming in California
for
its 35th anniversary of the release of the 1984 film of Ghostbusters.
Next July. Yep. It's Fan Fest.
June, actually.
Dan, tell us a little bit about it.
Basically, it's the Sony Ghost Corps invited us all the Ghostbusters from everywhere around the world. If you're a Ghostbuster, if you put this flight suit on, you're basically invited. Basically coming to California to take a tour of the Ghost Corps lot. Also meet a couple of the celebrities from the movie. I think Dan Aykroyd's going to be there. Ivan Reitman. But they're going to basically it's going to be 3 days of just going through everything that was and is Ghostbusters, and because they thought because Star Wars has their own convention in Celebration,
Star Trek
has their thing in Vegas, many things, but the biggest one is the Vegas one, which actually my friend Michael was just there and he sent a couple pictures about it, and he was like, it gets better every year, and I always seem to be the one Trekkie that sneaks into like the random like Star Wars guy that's like, yeah, I'm gonna go in here and cause some trouble. It's like, no, you're not gonna do anything. You're gonna be like, no.
Okay.
So
should be fun.
But yeah, it's definitely gonna be fun. So
no, we had a great time 2 years ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was not there for it.
Right. You had 4 days. I had 3 days. I literally we flew to California on Friday. I was live streaming probably a good portion, or I was videotaping us.
I did a couple videos too.
Yeah. We were going up the I actually just got all that stuff on my. Remember when you did this? Like, and it was like, oh wow, I do remember that, because we were going up the escalator, because I had answered the 4 questions that you're supposed to answer before you get on a plane. I answered 2 of them wrong, because they were like, do you have anything dangerous in your bag? I hit yes, and they immediately said they went back to 1. I'm like, damn it! And then they didn't print my ticket out. Then they printed your ticket out, but your ticket didn't have a seat on it. So we're going up the escalator, and we're like, Randall doesn't have a seat. Yeah. Randall doesn't have a seat.
Right.
And then immediately I sat down. I'm like, Randall's getting standby. And you're like, shut up! I'm not getting standby.
But overall, it was a good experience.
Yeah, well, you were stuck you were in the emergency exit, and I said, you got leg room. You're like, that was shorter than like you were stuck.
What airline did you fly?
American?
No, I think it was. I know they lost my baggage, so it definitely had to be Spirit.
That sounds right.
Forget that airline.
Yeah. I still remember sticking my head out of the air tram every 2 seconds. Is this the one? No. Is this the one? No. And the lady going, why are you doing that? I don't know where I'm effing going. Stop judging me.
But Dan, what got you into Ghostbusters?
It actually was
Because you're one of the first Ghostbusters I met.
Yep.
It was, I think Ryan Espen was the first, and then I met
Yep.
you guys.
I met
Jody.
Yep. I met the first Ghostbuster I ever met that brought me into the community was Jamal Stone, because I saw him standing next to. We were all about. It was the year that Ernie Hudson was at Comic-Con.
New York.
Yeah. And it was I think it was 2012. That was my first Comic-Con.
Nice.
So I was there. I was like, all right, this is great. I'm gonna meet Ernie Hudson. I'm gonna have my suit on. And it was basically like, at first it was just I knew how to build a suit. I was like, all right, you know what, I could put this together. And it was just a Halloween costume at first. It was like, you know, I didn't know anything about other than, okay, it's a Halloween costume. That's it. I'll wear it once in a while. I wore it when I wore a little miniature
Were
version.
you talking about the inflatable?
No, I never.
Garbage.
I actually was there. I went to an Army Navy store and bought a flight suit.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah, I just need a flight suit. It's got to be tan. It's and I was okay. Blah, blah, blah.
And guys, if you want to build up your own Ghostbusters uniform, go to any Army Navy store and get a flight suit. You can get the beige one, you get navy blue, you can dye it gray.
Yep.
And you got to piece it together yourself if you want it to look really authentic.
Yep. And also, GB Fans, they have if you go to gbfans.com, they sell everything you need. Everything.
Yeah.
They've now gotten more stuff. They actually got the.
Oh really? I haven't checked their site lately.
It's gotten much better. Like
Nice.
a lot of things are a little expensive, but they're worth it because they actually have the V hooks, which I was like, as soon as I saw it, it's like building another pack.
Yeah. I got to get the hose.
Yeah. No.
Which I still don't know what the purpose is. Ventilation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never knew
we're
that
gonna
the
go with
hose
that.
part.
I think it was originally they wanted to make it look more science fiction-y. So they were like, we need to make it look more scientific.
Yeah.
And the hose was like the best idea. Like,
I'm sure the answer's in that book, the coffee table book.
Oh no, the Ghostbusters of Visual History.
Oh my god, that book.
I think it actually says that it was to make it more sci-fi.
Right, just like, throw any crap on there.
Something to make it look more like, oh my god, they got stuff.
Yeah, that book is actually, if any Ghostbusters fan really, the book, the Ghostbusters of Visual History, will tell you everything about.
It's so detailed.
Even from Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, even the real Ghostbusters, and even the video games.
I think Extreme Ghostbusters 2 is in there. Anything Ghostbusters
and they have
related.
some really, really, really cool stuff in there. Not to mention some little keepsakes,
little mementos in there.
Yeah.
Same with the Back to the Future.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Visual history. They do their homework.
Yeah, they do. They go down the list. But basically, yeah, met Jamal and Ryan Espen, and then I just hung out with Ryan the whole day. It was me, Ryan, and Aaron Church, who actually is one of the Fatal Four members, what do you call it? Whenever I did the live streams, where I was just sitting in my room yelling at the camera, going, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, those were entertaining. I enjoyed those.
Yeah, well, it was me cursing and swearing and saying something that was probably not allowed on any network whatsoever.
Right.
So you would consider yourself a founding member of the New York City Ghostbusters?
No. That was the three that founded it was Eric Maya and Chris Belmont. Those three they found and they brought.
Ryan didn't.
No, he was he came later. He was actually a minion of the Gozer.
Right.
I met what do you call it? Ryan. He wasn't even part of any group other than Minions of Gozer.
Yeah.
When I met Jody, she was actually part of the New York City Ghostbusters. She brought Ryan in, and also Aaron and me and all of us. We went in slowly, but me, Ryan, and Aaron were walking around Comic-Con with his Slimer, and it was.
They got a puppet of Slimer. It's awesome.
And
made by a guy who
was actually
Jim Henson's
a puppeteer on the
Jim Henson Workshop.
Yeah, that's great.
New York City.
That's awesome.
Yep. So he built that whole thing. We actually still got to do some work to it. But after that, I was like, oh, let's come to one of our conventions. Come to RetroCon. They were at RetroCon, so that's where I met Eric and Chris, and they were like, "Do you want to join the group?" I'm like, "Absolutely." And then eventually I met Ron. At the same convention, I met Ron. I met Hillary.
I think the RetroCon, that's where I was kind of initiated.
Well, that
in
was
a way.
The next year.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was when you brought in.
Yeah.
And you were kind of like initiated in. and I drove. It was like, oh, Randy needs a ride. So I'm like, all right, sure. So it was me and you trying to figure out a GPS, and this was the first installment of Randy. You're never my Chewbacca when it comes to driving.
Not a good navigator.
I wanted to hit you over the head with my phone.
We've had some fun times.
We have Katsucon. Going to Katsucon.
Which one?
Well, the one where we were driving at like 9 at night, and I'm tired, and we went about the game. Mm-hmm. That game still is.
Oh, the movie game.
Oh, that goes down in infamy, man.
I love that game.
Oh God.
But wait, back to Minions of Gozer. That's actually how I met Ryan.
Yep.
I went to one of his shows.
Nice.
And I am praying so hard that they bring that back.
I would love to see that show because I never saw that
You've
show.
never seen basically, it's like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yep.
They reenact the film while I was playing on screen.
Yep.
And they do like with goofy
they do all the little
special
things.
effects. And
I got pulled up one time when I was at the show. They had me holding a sign and they're like, just be really energetic. I'm like,
yeah.
Like waving the sign at the people. Every time they pass by, I'm like waving it in their face. I'm like, yeah, Ghostbusters. I think I hit like Ryan in the face by mistake.
Oh. Wait, so you were promoting it or were you actually acting?
I was actually at the show and I was just sitting there and they just were like, do you want to help out? I'm like, sure. I don't give a crap.
That's great.
So I got up and I gave me a sign and I was like, yeah, we just go ham it up. And as Ryan passes, he's just like, what the hell is wrong with you?
I really wish they would bring it back,
Maybe they can bring that back as a panel on a con.
Oh,
that is
like
true.
a live performance at Comic-Con?
Well, we do. Well, we are trying to get a panel, so it is possible. We also have our Slime Time Live. I'm gonna be ahead of it, so it's gonna be like I'm gonna hopefully when they contact me about panels and stuff, I'll be able to be like, all right, let's do this.
Well, next year's the 35th anniversary of Ghostbusters, so I think we should do some Minions type of thing. Yeah. I think that'd be amazing, and I think everyone watching.
Probably for the like not this year, but next year would definitely be the best thing. I would be like, I think if anything, me and Ryan, if I have to start on it now and talk to anybody from Repop, I'll be like, this is what we got.
Yeah.
We'll do this. We'll do that. We'll get all the.
Just got to brainstorm it and bring it to reality.
Even for all of our ideas, New York City Ghostbusters has grown in the past few years. There's
we've got
new
like 30 members.
35. We have about 35 members. 35 members in the group. About I think 20 to 25 people that are active. Because like randomly we definitely say like a good amount of people can make our make our conventions. Some people can't make our conventions, so usually it's like a good crapshoot of who comes in, comes out. I know they just started like a couple different New Jersey groups. They have a Pennsylvania group that just started up again. Philly, I think the Philly guys just started up again.
And now there's the Long Island Ghostbusters. Are we connected with them?
In a way, yes. I'm actually because I live the closest to them, and I'm part of I'm on the New York City board, so they basically made me I'm the go-to between the two. Like whenever we have an event that we need to we can work with them and have it like where we're there. It's like it's a New York City sanctioned event, but it's run by the Long Island Ghostbusters. So it's more or less like we have this, we have that.
Okay. Basically, like how we collaborated for the Colano Fair.
That was fun. That was a
lot of fun.
So Matt, how does it feel being a Ghostbuster? Since you're out of the three of us, you're the more of the rookie. I want to say, not rookie, but
you're the no. You have seniority, so yes, you're the rookie. You're the rookie.
There have been other members that have joined before me.
I know.
But how does it feel to be part of the group?
Since going in 2015, there's been some great experiences, and I feel like I have improved myself throughout.
Yes. You have been. You and Randall are one of the two that were in, I guess, my era of I'm the one that had to teach you guys how to do slime. So you're coming out of the Dan Hoffman studio of learning. So people can be like, that's a good idea. Sometimes it's a bad idea.
Well, we thank you for your confidence.
Yep. Oh, well.
So guys, we just got a couple minutes left. Yeah.
Oh my
or
god.
no minutes.
Right.
Anything you guys want to plug, Matt?
I'm just going to say follow the New York City Ghostbusters for everything that we're doing on Facebook and Twitter.
Awesome.
Follow me Instagram on Shaggy1331. I'm starting to put some more stuff up. I'm actually follow on Instagram again. I'm doing a movie, Broken Hearted. So follow that. It should be fun. I've fallen on the ice for this movie. So
Wait, was this a short film?
it's a short film. It's my friend Joseph Amadalia. He actually was shooting last night. I got home so late from driving the Ecto from A to B. I was like, I can't do it.
All right.
But Joseph Amadalia, he's got a movie called Broken Hearted. It's coming out. It's like the last 5 days.
Okay.
Find me on Facebook, ShaggyGB. That's my cosplay page. Find me on Twitch with Shaggy1331. And D2 Common Culture. Me and him randomly stream, and that's about all the crap that I can think of that without falling over.
All right. And in about 2 weeks, we're going to have our anniversary show, 1 year at the Village Connection. And you guys will be at the event.
I will be dressed to the nine, as I was informed on an email going, hey, dress up really nice.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. Good. Matt, you?
I will try and be there.
Okay. No pressure. It would just be great to have you guys. So.
Just to stop by and say.
Yes, please do anytime. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us on.
As always.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. So we're gonna have our interview segment right now. The other day, I interviewed actress Lindsay Shaw and filmmaker Jeremy Phillips of the new independent drama 1/1. Here's that interview.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Great. Super great.
Oh, super. All right. I'm happy to hear that.
Hi, yes.
So, yeah, thanks for taking the time today. I just saw the film yesterday. I really enjoyed it. It was very interesting. It was a little depressing, but it was done in a beautiful way. So that's actually a compliment.
It's a beautiful kind of pain.
Yeah, very much. So, yeah, Jeremy, first off, how did the project originally come about?
Yeah. Well, I went to. So I'm from the area where the film was made and where it was written to be made. And I went to film school out in California at USC, and I would go back home and, I just really became curious about the people I grew up around. So it started with a lot of reading, a lot of research, and it started with the character, and then slowly just built from there. It took a long time to write.
Okay. How long did it take for you to develop the story, the idea?
I was trying to remember that. I don't know. Let's say like 3 years probably.
All right.
And then we storyboarded everything before we shot it, because all like the mixed media stuff was written into the script. And then storyboarding was like another 8 months. We had like every single shot in the movie storyboarded. So it was like maybe about 4 or 5 years of prep before we started shooting.
Wow. All right. Cool. Well, it worked off beautifully.
I wouldn't recommend like other filmmakers
don't do it. Okay. All right. Lindsay, what attracted you to the script?
Actually, the way that it was written, when I read it, it reads like a poem, and I still have the script to this day, and it just paints such a beautifully sort of sad picture, and it just resonated very deeply with me, and so I sort of willed it to be mine.
What was it like getting into character? Did you do any preparation, or what was that like?
Getting into character was pretty much just hanging out by myself. I think that's enough.
All right. Gotcha. All right. Cool.
When you see it, you'll understand. I was ready. I was ready to do this. I definitely had the experiences in me to share. And, it was a beautiful time in Pittsburgh to do this. Yeah.
Cool. What was it like filming in Greensburg, Pennsylvania?
It was fascinating, because that was the most time I had spent there since I was It was sweet. There was a lot of people who, like, I went to high school with, their parents would come out, and there was a lot of, like, good memories and support, and people seemed to be genuinely excited that we were doing it. I loved it. The thing I didn't love was it was really, really cold.
Oh yeah.
There was like one thing I didn't love. It was cold, and then everything else fallen into the awesome category.
Okay. And speaking to that, what were some challenges you guys faced during production?
Well, definitely the cold was one of them. I mean, you see in a lot of those shots that the surroundings had a lot to do with the story. So we were just out in the cold a lot, just hanging out.
Yeah.
I remember one scene in particular. I mean, it was absolutely. I mean, it was devastating. You remember what scene?
There was a scene. I know. I almost threw up from the cold. In the scene when the kid, it's like the flashback, and the kids are in the car doing drugs with the cop.
Yes.
Like I couldn't take it. Like I came inside out. It was horrible. Our tent stuff. It was just it was rugged.
And we were using like one of your parents' cars.
Yeah.
And didn't it like get damaged?
Oh yeah, like
not by me.
No, not by her. Yeah, that car got destroyed, and the cop actually wrecked his car too, but you fortunately can't see it where it is. And I think our production truck also got wrecked that same. It was like yeah, it was brutal. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh God. So I'm curious. Since this film deals with pregnancy, would you say that this serves as like a warning for people to use birth control?
Oh, I don't. I think it's just to me, there's not. It doesn't really have that sort of message. It's you know, this character at that time in her life was not ready to have a child, but I think if there was like a sequel, will never be made. You know, she could have a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely think that there is a heavy message in it like that. I think it's just more of an experience and a perspective. Yeah, I think it's really interesting themes to bring up and explore because I think that experience is a lot more prevalent than people think. So I just think it's nice to have visibility. I think it's nice to have visibility on all the issues that we explore. I mean, yes, it's uncomfortable to look at sometimes, but you know, it's important. But saying that, I don't think that there's any huge. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that there's any huge message behind any of these.
No, I don't.
Big themes. I think we're just.
I'm kind of like really anti-message.
Okay.
Just
more like visibility.
Yeah, visibility kind of. I think that, you know, the director Mike Leigh, the British director, had this great quote, and I think he said this. If he didn't, I said it, and I'm quoting him, but it sounds better that he said it. He doesn't like movies with a point. He likes movies with points, plural. And I kind of think that that's sort of a guide in life, if there is such a thing, to how to kind of like view the movie. You know, the experience that I would want somebody to have from it, and I wish I encourage people to, before they see it, to know is that, you know, it's all told from Lindsay's point of view. So as the coming of age story, and as Lindsay's character matures, so does the visual language of the film. So it goes from kind of raw and jagged to kind of a more polished look in the course of her, like mirroring her growth.
Okay. Now I'm curious. The title, is it 1/1, 1-1, 1/1? How do you say the title?
We always say 1/1, but
1/1.
Yeah, you know, all those are good, but you know.
Okay.
The 1/1 is the common one.
And now, how did that come about? How did that title come about?
Oh, geez, Randy.
Secret sauce, man.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
Yeah.
All right. What was it like working with Judd Nelson?
Oh, fabulous. Absolutely wonderful. Judd is special, like wonderful personality. It was great to be around his energy. I think he's, you know, a wonderful artist. He definitely brought about some very, very unique moments in the film that really only he could bring about, just like he did in The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
He just has that thing in him to just stand out. He just has these little nuanced things that really work for him and totally like define his character.
It's amazing when we were looking for his performance. There's like in every take there was some kind of odd thing or something memorable he would do that wasn't expected. I mean, for the best examples, of course, if you've seen the film, he starts messing with the green bean. And
Right.
Like we were going to just shoot inserts of everybody eating their food, but Judd got the idea to those green beans, and like I would have never thought of that, but that's Judd right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did he actually stack those peas, those string beans by himself? Like, or was that done?
Yeah.
Because that was.
Dude, it was just like, what? And then everybody else, like, it just like throws such this like energy into the entire scene. Everybody's sort of caught off guard, and it's special. I mean, it comes from a different place when you're doing it.
It had a very like American Beauty type feel to it. That scene with, you know.
It's been a long time since I've seen that, but I saw a play by Sam Mendes recently, and I was like, that's a fucking good director. I should go back and watch American Beauty.
Oh, so good. Really good movie. And Revolutionary Road. Awesome. Yeah.
I fell asleep during that. There it is.
You did? Okay. Gotcha. All right.
It's like Road to Perdition. I could say that. And
oh, yeah. So
like,
good.
I saw it on my honeymoon in London called The Ferryman, and it's amazing. And if it ever comes over here, you should definitely see it, because fucking Sam Mendes is like
Nice.
another level of directing.
Now, Jeremy, I'm curious. You must have directors out there, filmmakers out there who've inspired your craft. Who are some of your inspirations?
Yeah, I mean, I really love movies in general. So, I would say that the people that I took the most from for this were David Fincher, Christopher Nolan, and Danny Boyle. Actually,
wow.
There's a lot of shots that if you watch their movies might kind of turn up in this movie.
Yeah. Cool. And Lindsay, what are there any actresses out there who's inspired you?
Absolutely. Kirsten Dunst.
Okay. I have the same birthday as her. She's
Ooh.
but
God.
she's 3 years older, but yeah, same birthday. It's pretty cool.
Same birthday,
anyway.
Same magical day energy.
Indeed.
Julie Lewis.
Nice.
Definitely. Yeah, just several wonderful. I mean, Ellen Page is wonderful. I think Naomi Watts is incredible.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I gotta you've got like a young like Demi Moore vibe about you, I must say.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's true.
Oh my, you're making my day, Randy. Thank you.
No problem.
Awesome.
Yeah, sure.
Like commissioned to like redo G.I. Jane.
Yeah, I think that would be a decent idea. And you know what? I think the first thing I saw you in was The Howling Reborn a few years back. Yeah.
Oh,
just
wow.
Yeah, I know.
Web fan.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Love
I know.
that.
I had to review it, and it was actually really good from what I remember. And you gave a great performance.
Right. Thank you. I mean.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. A lot of screaming, a lot of hairy werewolves. It was a good time. It was fun.
Yeah. It looks like a fun movie. Cool. So, now, Jeremy, I know the editing in this movie is insane. What was it like editing this film?
Oh, it took 8 months with 2 editors and me in a room, like sitting there,
wow.
for 8 months straight. So, I mean, it was real slow and thoughtful. I mean, honestly, it was tough, but it was like we're all the 2 editors and me are all really like big old school movie fans, like pre-Avid, where every cut had an intention. So that
nice.
We kind of that was what we would go through, and there was a lot of discussions about when it was too much style, when it was overcut or undercut. We just really loved, like, we looked at Raging Bull, E.T., Lawrence of Arabia. I mean, all the classic movies we used to be editing. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Nice.
Yeah.
But this felt more personal. It just felt so real. And I could even think of comparing it to maybe like Requiem for a Dream in a way. And the editing, it's almost like a character itself. Like it takes on its own life. And I must commend. Yeah. It's really good.
Thank you. I know the editors would be thrilled to hear that because they worked really, really hard. Thank you.
Yeah. Sure. So, Jeremy, Lindsay, would you guys work again together in the future?
No. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we will. Something like so perfect that Jeremy will create.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, Lindsay, you're the only one. And
Yeah.
I'll be like, yes, Jeremy, absolutely.
So, Randy, if you want to come back,
Yeah.
now we're ready to go.
yeah.
You want to do
That's the word.
GI?
Yeah.
If any of
You
your
want-
friends pitch in.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Should we remake GI Jane? Is this going to happen or?
Yes.
Like,
Great.
That would be awesome. That's actually, seriously, Scott.
Oh God.
Well, this is our bid. This is our bid.
Yeah.
So wherever it goes,
RFA and
send it through.
Nice, nice. So I'm getting a sense that things on set were pretty loose, pretty relaxed. Did you guys hang out when your cameras weren't rolling?
Wait, can I tell them about like what happened on that one day?
Yeah.
Okay. So we were filming, all right, and when we say the last part of the film was like so intense, it was literally like just like a couple days of just sitting across from this woman and like doing these mother scenes of just such intense emotion. And so we did this one scene, and Jeremy comes up to me afterwards, and he like gives me this feedback. He like gives me this like look about the take. And I got so hurt and so offended. I was like, dude, in my head, I didn't communicate any of this. I was like, in my head, I was like, dude, I'm trying to find this. F you. So, dude, I've never done this in my life. On the next take, I gave him nothing. I did nothing. Like, it was so all adrenaline was rushing through me. I did nothing. He stopped and he goes, what? Like, cut. You just tell it was bad. He's like, can I see you outside? And I like get up and like push myself away from the table, and I just go, fuck. And he goes, fuck you. And I start pacing around the driveway, smoking a cigarette, just being like, homie, you can't come at me when I'm in this vulnerable space, like, with that feedback. He was like, listen, I'm sorry. You know that I wouldn't, like, do that. It was just such high intensity. I mean, it was so personal for everybody. We were in his mom's house, you know? Like, it just, and for me, like, finding that level of emotion, especially with the subject matter, it was so much, and we clashed, but it was magical the way it just happened, and then it was over. And then the next take,
dude. The time we actually got into
it. That was it.
Yeah. And that was, listen, that was bad direction on my part. Like, it's straight up, like, I'll own it. That was not good direction. I was just like...
And I was also being a D-bag, so... But, no, not that... Like, the emotional intensity was high, but like other than that,
the whole movie, and we did well.
We got along like a dream.
Yeah.
We would finish each other's thoughts.
Yeah.
We reassured each other that we were both geniuses.
Awesome. Jeremy, what was it like working with the Liars?
Oh gosh, that was fantastic. They were one of my favorite bands for a long, long time, and their album "Wish You" had come out when I was doing research and storyboarding, and so we listened to that over and over and over again. And there were actually panels of storyboards named after their lyrics, for references to them. So it was so great to meet them, and I'm so thrilled with the soundtrack, and I think they're happy with it as well.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, so that was wonderful.
Nice. All right, so this question's for both of you. This final question. Lindsay, what do you hope audiences take away from the film?
I hope people take away that they're not alone. I think, like, that is the underlying, like, thing of what I want all my work to bring about, but especially this film, which seems to, like, encompass so many fringe groups and feelings and, you know, perceived fringe groups, you know. Yeah, just that they're not alone.
Nice.
She took the words right out of my mouth. I hope that there are some people out there who maybe felt like I did when I was growing up in the Midwest, and maybe they see it and it makes them feel better for like a half hour after they watch it and feel that they're not. Things will get better and things can be better for them.
Nice. Well, Jeremy, Lindsay, I want to thank you so much for your time today. This has been great. The movie 1 over 1, I'm going to call it.
You call it whatever you want.
I'll call it, yeah. All right.
If you should call it 1, because this 1 divided by 1 equals 1, you just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, work it out, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 1 over 1. And 1 over 1 will be released July 17th on video on demand, DVD, and Blu-ray. And I am your host, Randy Unger. And this has been Under the Radar. And I want to thank everyone who's been listening. And thanks again. Take care, guys.
And that's our show, guys. Thanks so much for watching today. Had a lot of fun. Thanks to Dan and Matt. And, of course, Mr. Jim Savale. Thank you, sir. And next week, we will be airing out of a new facility, new studio. So stay tuned for that. I've been your host, Randy Younger. And, again, this is Under the Radar. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care.